Greetings, YouTube. So, Saturday, my wife and I caught a matinee showing of The Hobbit, the new Peter Jackson film. So, first up, let me say that I have never read the book. I attempted to get into Tolkien when I was reading fiction, and I just couldn't get into his style. I could probably handle it now, but I don't read fiction anymore, and I don't really have any desire to. So I'm coming at this as a fantasy film. Okay? I'm not coming at this as an homage to the book or an ancillary work to the book. I'm viewing this as a film as it stands on its own two cinematic feet. So, did I enjoy myself? Yes, I did. The cinematography was beautiful. The sets were gorgeous. The costuming was very good. I really enjoyed the weapons in the film, the armor. The acting was solid. The writing was decent. The CGI was remarkably good. I was really quite pleased. They used it extensively in this for a number of scenes dealing with non-humans, and it really was just outstanding. I'm quite impressed by that. I felt that it was a little slow at moments. A critique I've heard of the Lord of the Rings films is that it's a whole lot of walking. Well, there's a whole lot of walking in The Hobbit as well. I think they could have tightened things up maybe a little bit, maybe 10 minutes or so, and the film may have flowed a little better. And I know that there were scenes that are supposed to be evoking a sense of majesty and of portent and of importance, of things that are to come. But I've got no background in this. Remember, I'm just viewing this as a fantasy film. So even though I could tell that these scenes were going to lead somewhere, they didn't really do anything for me. I'm not getting that sense of, power and majesty that the scene is really trying to shove into my face. I'm just like, yeah, okay, let's keep going, folks. And there was a scene dealing with the goblins in the underworld, and I thought that the Goblin King was a little too erudite, a little too well-spoken. I'm not sure. I felt that he should have been a little bit more savage. He sounded a little bit too much like a British professor for my taste. And the fight scene in that, the escape scene, I should say, in that particular area in the film, just was completely over the top. It was just ludicrous. I'm looking at this going, no, they would have died multiple times in this scene, and there was no way they could have handled those odds. And it was, yes, I know they're supposed to be the heroes and they're supposed to be immune to certain things, but if I can see the hand of the GM in there doing the Mary Sue thing, that's not good. I need to believe that they're at risk. And even though I know there are sequels coming, just like Daniel Craig's James Bond, in his first playing that role, I felt he was a human being in life and death situations, even though I knew there would be sequels in the future. I didn't feel that here. I didn't feel that connection with the thrills and the danger and such. But I had a good time. My wife enjoyed herself, and we'll go and see the sequels. And I would recommend this to anyone who enjoyed the Lord of the Rings films, or you enjoy fantasy films in general, and you're okay if there are moments that are not action-packed, or there are moments that are not necessarily as flowing as a lot of modern films are. But again, I liked it. I would recommend it, and I'm looking forward to the sequel. So I guess as a piece of entertainment, that's a win-win.